All right, game 4. I'm about it. Let's go. Hello, everyone. My name happens to be Hiawatha. You are on youtube.com/a whole bunch of random letters and numbers. And today I have just an exhilarating game of Age of Empires 4 for you. Between Marine Lord spawning here on the right side of Lipany as the English, up against his opponent on the opposite side of the map, Hera spawning as the English as well. Second time in this series, we have seen a ditto. We had French versus French for game 1, and now English versus English for game number. Actually, third time we had Holy Roman Empire versus Holy Roman Empire for game 3. So this is game 4 of the EGC Winter Championship Grand Finals, best of 5, $20,000 prize pool. This is going to be a great game. I'm really excited to see what happens here. Both players opting to open up with just one scout. This is English you'll see a lot of the times, especially in English Ditto, where there's not going to be much pressure from the other Civ opening up with a scout by default anyways. You're going to see just one scout come out. So they can get like more villagers produced, more longbows down the line, so on and so forth. It's not a lot of food that you sacrifice with a new scout, but either way, it's one villager and change, right? I digress, though. We're going relatively early onto the gold for Marine Lord. Not relatively early, it's actually pretty standard. And onto the gold for Hera as well. Take a look at our map spawns for a moment here. We do have Hera's side of the map. We have our berries very close to the TC. That's a wonderful spawn for him. That's going to be nice and safe. No raids happening there in the foreseeable future. And this gold's very close as well, so he can pull his villagers back into the line of sight or the range for the town center and put them right back on, and any scout raids or anything like that will be repelled for the time being. Woodline very close as well. A back stone, which is also wallable here, mind you. There's a good opportunity for a wall going across like right over here. So Hera's in a pretty good position here. Pretty open on this side of his map, however. Other side of the map for Marine Lord. Again, very close berries, very close stone, and now relatively, actually very close gold as well. I like Marine Lord's spawn a little bit better. Backside is wallable here, so he can kind of force an opponent to kind of, if he's doing a raid, kind of go back through here and have to, pedal back. But the actual entrance to his base itself is not very wallable. He could put a wall like over here to make him go around, but there's not really much that can happen there. So, exciting game gonna happen here. We're already ready to age up at 218 for Marine Lord. Other side of the map, Hera is just a little behind. Looks like maybe we went onto wood a little bit sooner, maybe a little bit later. I think because the distance of our gold mine is a little bit further away for Hera, so that could have caused the problem. But either way, both players opting to go up to the next age with the Council Hall. The only landmark that makes any sense for the English in this matchup. It would not make any sense to not go for it whatsoever. So, Marine Lord actually going up with the 4 villagers. We have, I think, only 2 going up for Hera. So Hera's going to be surprised a little bit here when... Actually, is he only going up with 1 now? What happened there? Well, why do you put him back on the gold? He's going to build another villager and have him do it instead. Bit of a weird, unoptimized situation there for Hera. He's going to be pretty late on his age up, actually. But I digress. We'll have to kind of see what happens here. Marine Lord's scouting shows that he is going back with the Council Hall. He knows now he's going to be aging up well before his opponent, considering there's only 1 villager on it. Whereas Hera's scouting, he hasn't even seen the base of his opponent just yet. Which is interesting, because in this series so far, it has been Hera doing the earliest scouting on his opponent, finding out what his opponent is up to. But I guess on a game where there's only 1 scout, Hera opting to go for the sheep gathering. English, another Civ that likes to kind of turtle up, play a little bit more in their base until the second age, where they like to push out, do a bit of a tower rush, get the longbows out, get map control, because the tower really allows them to use their Civ unique bonus, which is the, where is it? The network of castles. So when enemy unit is close to one of your keeps or your buildings, it will cause an alarm and giving nearby units plus 25% attack speed. So English are really solid for that. Marine Lord now already at the feudal at the 4-minute mark, whereas Hera is just way behind on that. He's gonna have a lot more resources for sure in the bank, if I'm not mistaken. He's got a lot more resources there, so he'll be able to produce a lot more units relatively quickly if he gets a second building. He's probably doing some kind of specific build order where he's able to support his longbows with maybe some spears, maybe some horsemen, whatever that looks like. Across the map, however, looks like Hera is getting attacked by that one longbow here. He is doing his due diligence, protecting his homeland from any invaders. And Hera's going to be able to run around the map knowing that he is a little behind here. Putting 2 more villagers on to the production of his landmark in order to get aged up a little bit more quickly. And along those, going to be pumping out from Marine Lord now. Hera ahead in food, in wood, in gold. Marine Lord behind and all that jazz. It looks like Marine Lord has pulled off the gold for the time being in order to go into wood to produce more longbows. It looks like he's ready to play the feudal age relatively long in comparison to what a lot of other players or civs might want to do. Hera right away going to get some longbows queued up. He's got a lot coming out here. No other military production going up yet, so I'm a little surprised to not see like a barracks or something like that getting our outpost here because he knows that he's late to the age up, so he's going to want some protection at his base. Makes sense. And now we're kind of just waiting to see what these two players are able to do. Longbows pushing out across the map for Marine Lord. Or at least getting ready to push out across the map, waiting for maybe a couple more. And this villager is going to come, so we now know for sure that we are going to see some kind of tower play coming out from Marine Lord, which makes sense. You sure are on your way. Whatever you say, girl. Whatever you say. Either way, I digress. Let's get back into the game a little bit here, not what the the villager's talking about here. This tower is going to go actually relatively far away from Hera's base, surprisingly. Maybe he was scared another tower is already going to be there, so he wants to have a spot to kind of fall back onto so Hera can't like push him away from his base and take control of the center of the map. Makes sense. I like that idea. He's getting from Hera. He's got a lot of information here generally about where his opponent might be, but he now knows for sure he's in front of his base. And we're looking at, what, 7 longbows versus the 6 and a scout for Marine Lord. More longbows are coming across the map, however. Just kind of pumping them out. We are really looking at playing feudal here. Now, Marine Lord is back onto the gold, so looks like he just wanted to maybe boost his production first for a little bit until he could pump out some more vills from his TC. 7 on food, 13 on wood. Marine Lord actually now ahead in the production of resources. Hera is going to try to pull ahead. Oh, not production, that's income per minute that we want to look at. Marine Lord ahead in wood, but food and gold is still in favor of Hera because he's been on it for a little bit while longer. The villagers have already established what's going on there. But even numbers across the board. Longbows doing some patrolling, trying to find the scout, do some damage on him, get him out of the picture. Longbows with such range on those guys, just ridiculous. The longbow is going to go down. And now Marine Lord's just kind of posturing. He's kind of chilling, saying, hey, whenever you're ready, I'm ready. Let's have a good fight. And just kind of see what happens here. Now, Marine Lord going for a bit of an interesting play here. He's going for his forward deer. I do like the idea because he's already got control of the map. He may as well go for it. But now if he does get pushed off it, he's going to be in a bit of a pickle. Getting a blacksmith now and a stable for Marine Lord. Marine Lord going to put his units kind of weird pathing over there. I don't know why he's going around like that, but either way, going to try to get out some horsemen, I imagine, in the coming moments. And some upgrades for his longbows. Do we have a blacksmith yet for Hera? No blacksmith just yet, so he's going to be behind technology as well. Marine Lord is kind of staying one step ahead so far this game. But Hera not playing it poorly either. The age of time was the only real blunder that he had, but he had some kind of intention behind it because he's even, he wasn't pushed in. He's got 16 longbows versus only the 12 of Marine Lord. Where is all his resources going? He's got some idle time, I guess, in the council hall. I don't know what's going on with that. Probably because he's going for blacksmith upgrades. I don't think he's even pushed out a horseman just yet. So they haven't come out. He's got a scout going on over here. Maybe he just got that up for an extra scout. He did lose a scout, so I guess he does have a second one now. We're going to spot the longbows pushing out from Hera. Only a couple of them, though. Not all of them. This is only 10. He's got some more chilling at home still to help reinforce his base and keep it protected. He thinks, so Marine Lord thinks that he can actually push into Hera considering his longbows are pushed out, but he doesn't realize that Hera has numbers of his own back in his base, and well, for sure Marine Lord has more. Hera's still going to be able to hold here for a little while. Might be forced to pull off the gold for a little bit here though. Villagers nice and safe in that tower. Marine Lord with 9 idols at the TC. Run out of sheep for a moment here and probably going to send them out to either the berries or to... Where is he sending? Where are you going? Yeah, okay, going on to the lumber. So really wants to pump out more longbows and potentially even some more horsemen. Well, finally actually getting some horsemen. He's building it for the first time. And back at home, Hera still just kind of dealing with the one council hall. Not pumping out any longbows at the moment. Now finally get one up because of resources. I think he's going to have bumped back up with the wood production wise. They do cost 50 wood, so it's hard to constantly put them out. On 11 wood gathering villagers for the time being has already gotten his lumber upgrade, so his collection rate for lumber is up already. Back on the other side of the map, however, double products has not been researched by Marine Lord. And actually Hera was able to get across the map and going to do a bit of a raid here. Going to try to take out the horsemen. Going to lose a couple longbows in the process to the longbows of his opponent. A much larger mass here, 19 versus now 5. Going to maybe go for a couple picks here on the wood line if he's able to. What does he see right now? He can't see over the side because there's no tower there. So he does have to go under the TC for the fire, and he's going to be a bit of a pickle here. These are going to go to waste a little bit here, not even able to get one pick on a villager. And Unfortunate that that did happen for our friend Hera, but it does mean that he knows the longbows of his opponent, especially considering the massive longbows that he had are not on his side of the map, so he can more safely kind of get ready for whatever happens next in this game. Going for some early farms. English get a big bonus for farms. It's a 20% increase in harvest rate when you have farms in the feudal age, and it goes up to, I believe, what, 25 and 30 per age from here. Finally going up the blacksmith for Hera as well. Marine Lord's blacksmith, however, we're getting siege engineering already. Do we have our range damage upgrade? We do. We also have a ranged armor upgrade, so we're just going to get siege engineering and maybe even see a ram push coming in shortly. Now, military-wise, 22 longbows over here and 16 over here. Pumping out some more. Actually, not really. We're a bit of an idle time right now for Hera. Looks like he's getting ready to go up to the next age instead, but hearing the bells go off, he's going to put up some more longbows. Get ready for a push. Got another outpost coming up from Marine Lord. He's going to try to get some more control. Hera kind of stuck in his base a little bit. He was able to get around over here earlier. The problem now really comes for Hera, where Marine Lord's going to have horsemen, right? He's got... Let's scout over there. Where is his horseman? Let's look for him real quick. Must be moving around the map. Or maybe he got... Actually, no, he got picked off earlier. What am I saying? He hasn't produced any more, which I don't like. You would like to see some more horsemen coming out for Marine Lord, because it would provide a little bit of a screen for the longbows. Horses could get focused a little bit more, because they can take a top priority over the longbows, just because of how they counter ranged units like the longbow and like the archer. Battering ram now coming out, though, for Marine Lord. This is looking a little scary here. We gotta kind of figure out... we gotta wait and see exactly what Marine Lord is able to make happen here, considering the fact that Hera, he does see the ram right away, and he's ready to age up. So he's going to age up. He is. He's going to put the next age up on King's Palace, which acts as the town center. So he's going to be on 2 TCs relatively soon. He might have to sacrifice his outpost, though, because he just can't hold it. He wants to protect his age up more than anything else. Blacksmith upgrades. Do we have our ranged attack? We do. So he's going to be on even attacking, but not on even defense here. Knows that his villagers are really at risk if they're out anywhere on the map other than building up to the next age. And he's got literally his entire villager count, almost half his villager count, bringing him up to the next age. Protect the wood line. It's going to provide a great defense, absolutely. Everyone's going to spot this. But now going to be able to go into the hunt here relatively safely, back onto the wood line, and no real fear of getting raided too much. See all, however, this outpost to go down. This mine is going to get denied now. This gold outcropping is about halfway depleted, so that's a little annoying for Hera. No units out on the map right now to really counter the ram. He'd have to pull some villagers, but he'd be losing a lot of economic units there. But Marine Lord doesn't want to put his longbows in harm's way right just yet, because if he puts them under here to attack the longbows back, sure, he'll get more damage on houses, on the council hall maybe, but he's going to lose a lot of his mass and does not want to do that just yet. So what do we do with Hera here? Because Hera is ahead in only gold right now when income per minute is considered. Military-wise, we have 26 units for Hera, 31 for Marine Lord, so still ahead for Marine Lord in that department as well. Food, wood, now gold as well. Just generally going in Marine Lord's favor. He's being uninterrupted at home. I don't know why he dropped the palace. Oh, it was a campfire, not palace. Or the place palings. Palace palings? Yeah, palace palings. My favorite kind of palings. Hera having to transition onto the secondary gold over yonder, which is very close to the relic. And actually, as we're in age 3, let's talk about our relic situation for a moment here. Relic right by the base of Hera right here. So this is going to be easy to pick up and well defended, considering how far away it is from his King's Palace. Relic up in the north, again, Hera's advantage. Middle of the map, there is one that's here. At the start of the game, I would have said this was an even relic, but now in favor of Marine Lord, considering where it is. Looks like this ram did actually get away, so maybe pull some villagers to fix that one up. There we go, got one right there. Bottom of the map, a nice even relic for our players as well. And Hera having the relic advantage, I'd say here, just because of how close this one is to his base. These two are relatively far from Marine Lord, but he does have map control, so that's kind of one thing to think about. And there's another relic over here as well. So Marine Lord opting to go up with the King's Palace as well, going up on the gold and the stone. So we're going to try to protect both these very precious resources. You could see some castles coming up relatively soon because we are in the castle age. I do like when players use like the stone wall tower to try to like sprinkled cheese their opponent. I do like that kind of play. I think it's fun. Not unless it's against Chinese, and it's terrible and the worst, and I hate it. I digress, however. We have a pretty large mass here, 31 longbows for Hera versus the 28 for Marine Lord. So Marine Lord ahead. Actually, no. Hera's been allowed to get ahead in military production. I don't know really what's going on for Marine Lord here. Back at home, He's sitting on 3 stables, but he's not producing anything out of them. Is it just scouts that he's getting? I think it might be. He's got a scout over here. Does he have another scout anywhere? Let's toggle through real quick. Yeah, that scout has now been set to move since I last looked at it. Either way, got the 1 scout out on the map here. Marine Lord not keeping up with the production, even though he's ahead in basically everything. Wolf going down here. Poor little pup. Got taken out by a whole bunch of longbows. Just trying to live his life. I don't know why you did that, Marine Lord. Anyways. Maybe going to go up with another ram here. Hera, research-wise, does he have siege engineering? He does not yet. He is going up for his second range attack and armor upgrades. Marine Lord, on the other hand, he has... has he already got them? He's already got his second range armor upgrade. He does not have his second range damage upgrade. So he's behind on that. Just not enough gold to really make it happen just yet. But now he was waiting just a moment for that to click up here. Hera now pulling ahead in the economy all of a sudden. He was able to age up sooner, so he was able to produce more villagers. Villager count 56 for Marine Lord versus 60 for Hera. So even just like that minute or two timing was enough, not even a full 2 minutes even, to give Hera an economic advantage and catch him up in that regards. Gold's going up. Food and wood are going up. Marine Lord is a little bit behind, but now opting to gather some stone as well back at home. Gonna maybe try to go for a castle drop. Gonna go for some stone walls. Hera, some idle villagers back at home as well. I'm likely to do the production of the mills. Not gathering berries just yet here. And gonna try to chase down his opponent here to get some picks on the longbows. Knows he has a larger mass. Knows he can win that fight. Doesn't know about the upgrades necessarily, but that doesn't matter too much. Hera, he built some stables. He built 3 stables, and he's actually using them. Unlike Marine Lord. He's building some knights. Other side of the map. Okay, I say that as Marine Lord finally goes ahead and builds some knights, but he hasn't been doing it basically the whole game. He built like 1 horseman when he dropped this stable, and it went like unused for a really long time. I think that's something that he may need to fix when we may look at reviewing this match later on. But again, these are 2 like very high level players, so anything I say should be taken with a grain of salt. There's my opinions from doing casting and observing in my own games. One lone longbow. Gonna come and try to get some harass on the gold mine over here. Okay. I would just, there we go. English villagers, 2 volleys. Couple more vills there. If this guy had shot, maybe even just 1 volley. We have a bit of an engagement here, though. Knights versus knights. Longbows versus longbows. More knights on the map for Hera than Marine Lord, and more longbows as well. Battering ram still chilling back here. Could send it out. Try to take out the stable here. He does have vision of it from Marine Lord, so he knows it's there. Could provide like a bit of a decision tree for his opponent, because if you send out the battering ram to the front, all of a sudden now Hera has to decide, is he going to use his knights to attack your military units? Is he going to try to take out the ram, which is causing him so many issues with the with production? Knight down here getting attacked. That relic did get picked up somewhere on the map. Where is it? Was it Hera who picked up a relic? Middle of the map here. Okay. Relic did get picked up in the center of the map here. Looks like it is on its way home for Marine Lord. So very good presence of mind, again, knowing that he has full control of this map still. While Hera is almost untouchable in his mass, in the way that his base is laid out, he doesn't have control of the center of the map, and that's still really important with any civ to take control of. Hera gonna try to get an outpost up here. This vill is good. Oh my god, poor villager. She's going down. I'm so sorry. All you wanted to do was your job, and now you can't do it. Hera with a bit of a raid on the other side of the map here. Kind of touching back on what I was talking about earlier in a previous video in game 1 of the series. Hera just so good at splitting his attention across the map. 1 idle villager, sure. We built a stable with that. And he's getting some raiding down on the gold. Forced opponent completely off gold. Marine Lord, not completely rather, there's another gold mine down here. But that's his default one that he started with, if I'm not mistaken. And he's going to be depleting that relatively soon. So Hera pushing him off the gold there, keeping him distracted across the map. A little bit of a gold raid coming on for Marine Lord as well against Hera. This build not going down quite yet. Outpost and the King's Palace can do a good job of pushing the knight away, and going to be able to reclaim his gold in a moment here. Knight's running away. Longbows coming up to try to take out these 2 unarmed knights. And looks like outposts are being positioned to 1 keep Hera inside his base, and 2 take control of the sacred sites potentially, because we do have the priests coming out for Marine Lord. And now a ram of his own for Hera. Hera's going to try to take out these outposts finally and get some control of that center of the map. Marine Lord will see this. How he responds is the question here. Take a look at our military count for a moment here. 41 military units for Marine Lord. 67 for Hera. That's a big difference. 72 villas for 71. So the rating and all that kind of counteracted and evened us out. Now we're on the same economically speaking, but Hera had in food and wood, considering that he probably has wheelbarrow. Do we have wheelbarrow over here too? Where's our mill? Oh, Marine Lord not getting wheelbarrow yet. I don't agree with that. I think Marine Lord, if he wants to keep up his production, should probably go with wheelbarrow. Again, grain of salt with everything I say. Either way, though, another relic being picked up for Marine Lord. Looks like it's this one over here. So he's going to try to keep the gold production going, which is a very smart play, especially when your opponent's concerned on the front. Pick up some relics, get the gold generation going in your monastery or church, whatever you want to call it. And big engagement here, cinematic mode for the enjoyment. Let's get a better angle here. Outpost doing some work here, but there's a battering ram that's causing a big problem here for this outpost. Longbows doing so much damage to the longbows of Marine Lord, able to push them right off. Hera's micro with animation canceling on the knights are going to be a lot of damage as well. Just completely pushed off this position, not able to hold it at all. I'm going to flip our rotation back over to our northern orientation. Battering ram going to go down for Marine Lord. This ram's going to push out. May see another ram coming down finally. An outpost going up for Hera to take control of that center of the map. Marine Lord kind of stretched for food. He's going after all the hunt across the map and different wood lines because he has exhausted the one back at home almost. Hera doing well still. Wood line still intact. Got another one here that's well protected. I said at the start of the game I liked the spawn from Marine Lord better, but Hera was able to make more of it. Hera was a little bit more involved and present when it came to the protection of his units. He put up more longbows, even though he's behind on the age up. He put up more knights, even though he wasn't, even though like he didn't have stables as long. Like he was seeing horsemen come out from his opponent, and then only the one horseman came out, and that was it. So it's interesting to see for sure. A little bit of a raid being repelled. I keep saying propelled when it comes to that word. Being repelled by Hera for now. And this outpost is going to go down to the Knights of Hera. Longbow mass going to take out the monastery. So let's put a halt on any relic gold generation for the time being. Where is it other monk though? We should have the other priest somewhere on the map. Ooh, we got a mangonel coming out. Good shot there, doing some decent damage. Hera now having to think about how he splits up his units. This outpost will be denied in the front of the base. A lot more of an aggressive outpost than the ones Marine Lord took. If Marine Lord took a bit more of an aggressive position earlier in the game, I think he would have been a lot further ahead. Right now, military-wise, 35 for Marine Lord, 90 military units for Hera. He's got a lot more upgrades too. His damage is there as well, right? He's got the horses are upgraded as well. We got a lot going on here. Mangonel going to try to get some more picks on the longbows, but not going to be enough. Probably going to go down in just a second here. Monastery is down, so now gold generation behind from Marine Lord. Did Hera ever pick up a relic? I don't believe so. I don't see any monastery for Hera, so he's just straight up mining more gold with 33 builds on gold versus 12 from Marine Lord. He's just so much further ahead. 89 builds versus 88. He's still even in that regard. Mangonels and longbows going to clean up a lot of the knights and a lot of longbows for Hera, but still, Hera 67 versus the 30 of Marine Lord. It's relatively even, like from where we were before, mind you. Marine Lord probably coming out a little bit more on top in that fight, but still the masses are so much larger, easier reinforced. He's got the campfires, so you can heal up his units very easily. Make sure you get them in there though, Hera, otherwise you're going to be missing out on some heals. And we got the Springald placement, it looks like, for our outpost here, so it's going to get some damage on the Mangonel. No response coming out from Marine Lord just yet, so this could go down to that. Looks like our knights are going around to disrupt the wood line before the outpost can get up. Didn't have vision of it early enough in order to hold it. And we're going to have a bit of an engagement here. Longbows are going to come in, try to get a pick on the... oh, we have a relic coming out. We're going to go for a conversion. Just going to try to keep the knights away from the Mangonel in order to get the damage onto the longbows. Actually, really smart play from Marine Lord. I like the presence of mind to pick up that relic and do that with it. But the knights down here are still cleaning up quite a bit. They're going to be repelled for now by Marine Lord. And again, our military numbers are evening up, 51 versus 30. So able to maintain a relatively stable level of military production for Marine Lord. And Hera, though, still ahead by a significant amount in gold and in food. He's able to pump out those knights a lot more quickly than Marine Lord. He's on 6 stables, 1 range, and the council hall. Now actually getting a siege workshop as well, getting out some Springalds. Other side of the map, however, we're only on 4 stables, our council hall and 1 siege workshop, which is producing mangonels. Great for countering masses of longbows, but is it going to be enough is the question. Hera putting up another outpost here to keep the network of castles buff going, be able to get some more damage going on the wood line here, which Marine was pushed off of earlier. Cinematic mode for the extra pog, if you will. Mangonel shot back here, doing a lot of damage to the cavalry, but now going to push in. Might even get the pick on them if they're able to get further enough in, but Springald's coming out too. There's no siege out for Hera, so the Springalds are an interesting choice. Maybe expecting some siege, considering the fact that he was putting out some of his own to maybe get countered. Longbows are doing a decent job, though, of kind of staying up and getting some picks on the cavalry. And again, 35 from Marine Lord. He's actually up higher than he was before, and 55 for Hera. Hera's at a bit of a military disadvantage here. Well, not disadvantage. He had a military advantage, but he's lost a lot of units. But he's like knocking right on Marine Lord's door. There's rams somewhere in the mix, unless he lost that ram earlier. Some counter raids going on here by this one lone horseman. He's gonna get picked by the outpost likely, or the King's Palace, whatever comes first. Oh my god, and Hera's getting ready to drop the keep. That's scary. These siege units are gonna go out relatively far, but is he gonna be able, is he gonna see this? Okay, he sees the keep go up, but is he paying enough attention? Yes, he is. So he's able to see that the keep goes up, and he's going to push it now. However, with that being said, because his attention is being drawn towards that keep, Hera's going to be able to push the front of the base. He knows where the siege is. He knows where the knights are, which is the bulk of the military now from Marine Lord. Some longbows in the back, sure, but bulk of the military is knights. And now longbow's going to do a lot of economic damage here on the villagers farming away, and the top here just wanting to make an income for their family, not able to do so. Where are Hera's knights? They're kind of just massing up back here for the time being, but a lot of damage coming on. Knows now he has to pull off from the castle. Hera sees it coming, so he pulls his longbows away. This does get canceled. Outpost is there still. Dean's denying off the mining camp. Maybe another castle right here is a good play from Hera, just to kind of get it up and on the map, but I digress. It's not really going to be the most important thing in the world. There we go. There's the castle. Going to try to get the gold claimed for himself. And economy-wise, like income per minute, Hera's just so much further ahead. He's way ahead in gold. Marine Lord has no units on gold at the moment whatsoever. This outcropping's been done. He was denied off this one a lot earlier, and the presence from the horseman is keeping him away. Sure, he's going in and out with 21 villagers, but it's not going to be enough to maintain production for much longer. Upgrade on this fortified outpost now, so it's going to have a little bit more health. Getting this castle up and saying, I want another one. Another one. Hera saying, hey, I'm DJ Khaled. Another one. We the best. Age of Empires 4 player. Springles on sprinkled action, I guess. He's going to try to snipe the mangonels. Not going to be close enough to do so. Lots of longbows here, still building up. Where are the horses, actually? Where are the cavalry? They're over here just protecting the castle to make sure it does, in fact, go up. It is being seen by Marine Lord, who's not really done much of a response he's able to do. He's doing one last-ditch effort to get a raid on the economy of Hera. But these knights are relatively strong. We have a lot of upgrades for them. Having to pull back for now, but there's a lot of defensive structures here to help. Not enough animation canceling going on here, and GG's being called from Marine Lord. He's not able to hold. He knew what was coming. He was being raided on the front. He had his units across the map. There wasn't much left in the tank for him. If you like the video, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel for more Age of Empires 4 casted commentary, and I'll see you in Game 5 of this series. Cheers!